Have you ever dreamed of having a gorgeous, lush garden, but then kind of winced thinking about the cost? Well, you are in exactly the right place. In this explainer, we're going to dig in, pun intended, to how you can grow a beautiful garden by being resourceful, not by emptying your wallet.
Okay, so let's just get right to it. There's this idea floating around that gardening has to be an expensive hobby. You walk into a big garden center, you see all those perfect, mature plants, the fancy pots, the special bags of soil, and it's so easy to think, wow, I need a pretty big budget just to get started.
But you know what? We are here today to completely bust that myth. A truly rewarding garden, one that you're really proud of, isn't about how much you can buy. It's about ingenuity. It's about your own creativity and know-how. It's about working with what you've already got to create something absolutely amazing. So, let's get into how you can do exactly that.
First things first, let's talk about the biggest line item on most gardening budgets, the actual plants. I mean, buying seedlings or full-grown plants, that adds up, and it adds up fast. But there's a much smarter way to fill your garden.
Starting your plants from seed is a total game changer for two big reasons. One, it is so much cheaper. I mean, a single packet of seeds can give you dozens of plants for what you'd pay for just one or two little seedlings. And two, honestly, there is just something so incredibly satisfying about nurturing a plant all the way from a tiny seed into a beautiful, thriving part of your garden.
And you know what? It's not nearly as complicated as it might sound. Let's just walk through it real quick. You grab a clean tray, fill it with some light seed starting mix, get it nice and damp, then just sprinkle your seeds on top and cover them up just a little bit. Oh, and you gotta label everything. Trust me on that one. Pop a plastic cover on top to make a little mini greenhouse. And as soon as you see those first little green shoots pop up, the cover comes off. Then you just keep the soil moist, and that's it.
All right, so our baby plants are on the way. Now, where are we going to put them? This is where your creativity can really shine. Forget those expensive pots from the store. Your own home is probably a treasure trove of potential containers just waiting to be discovered.
Seriously, this completely reframes what a pot can even be. An old milk jug, a shoebox, even a cracked fishbowl can be a perfect home for a plant. But, and this is the big one, here is the single most important rule: drainage. Whatever you use, you have got to punch, drill, or cut some holes in the bottom. Water has to be able to escape, otherwise you're just going to end up with soggy, rotten roots. No way around it.
Now here's a fantastic pro tip, especially if you're just starting out. It might sound a little backward, but bigger containers are actually easier to take care of. Why? Because a larger amount of soil doesn't dry out as fast on a hot day, and it protects the roots from those sudden temperature swings. So yeah, that old trash can might actually be a much better choice than a tiny little yogurt cup.
Okay, we've got our plants, we've got our pots. Now let's talk about what makes them grow: the fuel, the soil. You could go buy a bunch of expensive bags of potting mix, or you could create your very own black gold, that's super nutrient-rich compost for, you guessed it, absolutely free.
So what even is compost? It's really just decomposed organic stuff. It's nature's perfect plant food. And making it yourself is a huge win-win. Your plants get the best possible nutrition, and you're keeping a ton of your household waste out of landfills. That's a fantastic bonus for the planet.
Now get this. Just think about this number for a second. 75%. 3/4 of what the average household throws in the garbage can actually be composted. That's not waste at all. It's a precious resource for your garden. We're talking about all your veggie scraps, coffee grounds, eggshells, cardboard, leaves. You get the idea.
And the recipe for making amazing compost is really all about one thing: balance. You need a good mix of what we call browns and greens. Think of the browns as the dry, carbony stuff, things like dried leaves, straw, and ripped-up cardboard. Then you have the greens, which are the wet, nitrogen-rich things like fresh grass clippings and all those kitchen scraps. Getting that mix right is the real secret.
And it really just boils down to 3 simple rules. First, layer your browns and greens to get that nice ratio. Second, you want to keep the pile about as damp as a wrung-out sponge, not soaking wet but not dry. And third, every few weeks, give that pile a good turn with a pitchfork. That adds the oxygen that all the helpful little bacteria need to do their work.
So let's pull all this together, shall we? We've just covered the 3 main pillars of thrifty gardening. These are the things that are going to let you create a totally vibrant garden without having to make a huge investment. Let's do a quick review of your new toolkit.
So here it is, your Thrifty Toolkit. Number 1, start with seeds. You'll save a ton of money.
Number 2, look around your house for free recycled containers. And number 3, turn your kitchen scraps and yard waste into that amazing black gold compost. When you build a garden this way, it's more than just a bunch of plants. It's a real reflection of your own creativity.
And that's really the most important thing to remember here. Being a thrifty gardener isn't about being cheap. It's about being smart. It's about being sustainable. And ultimately, it's about being more connected to the entire life cycle of your garden, from that tiny little seed all the way to a healthy, thriving plant.
So I'm going to leave you with this one question to think about. The next time you walk over to your trash can to throw something away, just pause for a second. Take a closer look. What potential's hiding in there? What amazing materials for your next garden project are you about to toss out? The answer? Well, it just might surprise you.